Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Inside Williams-Brice Stadium for South Carolina, the Sandstorm team entrance is electric. The fans make this one of the most special venues in sports. Loud, proud, and rocking. That iconic entrance is one you've got to appreciate. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. And the Gamecocks ready to kick it away first. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. At the 45 on its way. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Throwing Reed. Left side, it's Johnson. Across the 25, he's got room. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
Well, this guy obviously spent a lot of time in the film room this week because he is dissecting this defense early in the game in the opening drive. Great job with his eyes, great job with his rhythm, an explosive play there. This defense does not have an answer for this dude.
Caught. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. And there was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, they made a statement.
And it's caught from inside the 20, and here he comes. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. They'll start on the ground with Auguste. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Scanning the field, it's Wilkins. Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big third down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Handoff for Auguste. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on second down, and you see guys bleeding into the second level of the defense getting a hat-on-hat to go get that first.
Tight end now in motion. Looking for room. It's Clark. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to... Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
And the missed connection on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
They boot it away. Making his first move. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Here's Reed to throw. He wants to take the top off. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Here's a give to Auguste. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have any.
Wants to throw. It's Wilkins. Makes the grab. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Rush right in his face. And the incomplete pass on 3rd down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. Remember, if your entire body is past the line of scrimmage when you throw the football, that's a penalty. He was, and the penalty will be accepted. The Gamecocks will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Play fake, Reed. Moving to his left. Trying to make magic with his feet. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. The Aggies come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Reed. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. They take over down 7-0 and trying to get even on this drive. To the air, it's Wilkins. Out wide right, it's Tyler. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Fresh set of downs going up top. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Picked off! What a play by this defense! Turns it on down the left side. The 10. Touchdown, Aggies! A pick six!
You've got to be so careful as a quarterback throwing over the middle of the field with this linebacker. He is so good in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes. He'll make you pay, and he did right there with that pick six.
And the point after is good. Looking for an alley from inside his own 20. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They really need to find a way to punch back on this drive, already down 14. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
Man, this defense has been so impressive to watch. Look at them. Get to the quarterback, get the sack. They play so fast. It's like they have 12 men on the field. Another good performance going down right now. Coming off of last week, putting a goose egg on the board against their last opponent.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
And that's a big throw. That's a big-time throw on third and really long, making a play, not putting the ball in harm's way. But I love what the defense did, man. They understood where the sticks were, and they weren't letting their playmaker get behind there. They were going to come up, make a sure tackle, and force the fourth down. And now you can make the decision on what you want it to be, but I like the execution by the defense.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Reed. Right side, it's Edwards. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first.
That's a really nice job by the cornerback, playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball. And this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that will try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
Pass to 6. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. They'll give it to him again. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. Bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. The corners are walked up tight. On the move. He's brought down immediately and barely got it back to the line of scrimmage. Well, they called that an ISO play, and it was isolated for a loss.
And they try to isolate a linebacker inside and really run the football right at you, right down the middle. But you better move those big defensive linemen out of the way and create some space. They didn't do it, and you could tell that's why the ball went nowhere.
It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on 3rd down. He's not going to get there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down decision. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Not a lot of room to field this one. Coverage unit all over him, stopped immediately. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Quick give. It's Clark. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Looking for a man. It's Wilkins. Back open in the middle. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line.
We knew coming into this game, if they throw completions and get 1st downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
On the run, fires downfield. Intercepted. A 1st half turnover can swing momentum. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. Straight ahead, it's Edwards. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. Texas A&M will use its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. And the Aggies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. Now the Aggies will use their last timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Trying to bowl his way in. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all 3 phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the 1st half.
catches it inside his 20. Chance to really gain some ground. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Gonna run it. It's Fuller. Found a little bit of running room on that one, but he's brought down and the clock continues to run. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, welcome into the epicenter of the college football world, our Orlando EA Sports Studios, and a great Week 8. And leading things off, we take a look at Miami in their matchup against the number 2 team, the LSU Tigers.
Brings a return out across the 25, gets a couple of extra yards. He's stopped at the 27-yard line.
And it's the Hurricanes, able to pull off the upset by just a score. Going to be fun to see how this changes up the rankings. Moves them to 7-1 on the year, an awfully good start so far.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. To the air, it's Wilkins. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. They want to throw it. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Aggies. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, a great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense. They're allowing only a minimum gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Wilkins. Back's got it on the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. And that last completion left a mark. 3rd and even longer coming up. He's looking downfield to throw. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
He got nothing on the return. Outstanding job there. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Takes the handoff. It's Edwards. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Crosses the 45. At the 40, there he goes. He's loose on the right. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Aggies. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he tacked on the extra point. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown.
35, South Carolina, 0.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. It's complete to the right. They've got him corralled.
And, man, you got to love that from your corner. Willing to pull the trigger right away. Obviously, the running back slips out of the backfield. They throw him the football, but he doesn't waste any time. He doesn't hesitate, pulls the trigger, runs at him, makes the nice tackle, and gets the stop.
He's down right there, short gain on the grab. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground.
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. There he goes. Touchdown, Texas A&M. The defense takes matters into its own hands. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty.
Sets a kickoff.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. On the run, it's Clark. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Looking downfield, it's Wilkins. Can hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And, man, this home crowd has grown frustrated with what they've seen from this offense. I mean, they just haven't put drives together. They haven't been explosive. And another incompletion, and the clock is ticking. It's running down. They've got to find a way to create some big plays, to create some momentum, and get these guys on their feet yelling.
They're working that left side. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And the Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. The kick is high and away and headed toward the sideline. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. The running back has it. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it to the right. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Hunt is on its way. On the return. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Drops back. It's Wilkins. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the late in the 3rd quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive. They've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. In traffic, it's Sellers. Oh, he's got some space. Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another play off here in the 3rd quarter. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. So first down will open up the final period. Fresh center downs going to the air. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Handoff again. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
A&M comes back out with another first down. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Using his feet. Breaks into the open.
Sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
Texas A&M ready to go with another first down. Trying to move them on the counter. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Rides to the back. They make the stop after a pickup of 3, balls at the 18.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
3rd and 6 yards to go. The give to the right. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, and they finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
South Carolina, 0.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start on the ground with Isaiah Auguste. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
Listen, I'm not one for moral victories, and obviously they're trailing by a lot of points late in this game, and they are going to lose, but it is a good sign if you're the head coach of this team that you're seeing your guys out there still competing and still fighting until there's zeros on the clock.
And maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit. They got to get some points, and he's that big physical guy, breaking some tackles, making some plays. Here in the 4th quarter, they're going to need it.
Dumps it off in the flats. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
Fires to the wideout. Lucky to get it off.
I mean, some people just have a knack for the football, and he's one of those guys, and he just gets the swat right there, but he's in the top 10 in the nation in interceptions for a reason. Just such a great feel for the passing game and where guys are. It's fun to watch him play defense.
Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. Looking to throw, it's Wilkins. Unloads to the wideout. And they almost had another one. Rare is the occasion when you're happy to see 4th down, but it's better than throwing another pick.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Snapped on 4th down. Throws to the wideout. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
And what is this? They're setting up the punt on 1st down. The offense will use a timeout. Clock is stopped with 22 seconds left.
Timeout, Texas A&M.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Long way to go on second down.